What's up, guys? This is Brian from the Arms Guide. I am right here with Kaloy. Am I saying that right?
Yes, you're right.
At Armscor, Rock Island. As you guys know that read our stuff, they've been good enough to let us test and review a lot of their products. So we want to facilitate that relationship, and we also want to hear about the new cool toys that you guys are letting us use out in the field.
Not a problem,
so
Brian.
Specifically the TCM.
Definitely.
I want to hear about what you're doing with the Glock.
Okay.
And anything else that's new that you think is interesting.
Well, anyway, I'm Kaloy Twassen again. I'm one of the family members of the business. I'm third generation.
Oh.
And we've been around business since 1941 with our grandfather starting it. Then our fathers came on board around the late 70s and 80s. And then now it's the cousins that are doing it. I'm the cousin for the US sale. I got a cousin for media. I got a cousin for international sale. I got a cousin in charge of everything.
So guess what? Business.
It's family business, and I got a cousin for you. Okay. Now, one thing is our cousin in finance. No cousin. That's a legit person. So I wanted to explain to you about some of the things we're doing. The TCM, the 22 TCM. TCM stands for Twassen Craig Micro Mag. It is a neck down 22 jacketed hollow point. Sorry, neck down hollow point. 36 grain bullet neck down to a centerfire cartridge. It comes out of our muzzle at 2100 feet per second. It's the fastest in production. This thing will go about 150 yards accuracy. It's loud, it's got a big flash, but hardly any recoil. The nice thing about the 22 TCM, just I don't know if you know this, is that it is a defensive round. It's not a blinker round. If you shoot this into a ballistic gel of 16 inches, it'll go almost 3/4 into the cavity, starting off with this small, ending up this wide. So it'll definitely do some devastation to your assailant and whoever you have to shoot at.
It's really flat shooting. You guys have seen our videos at 50 and 100 yards. That's pretty unusual for a handgun.
And so what I wanted to show you is some of the other things that we have. Of course, you all know already our 911 22 TCM, but we have a little bit of variety that we show you. One of the things that we have is our let's take a look. You're familiar already with the 22 TCM, which is this one. I think that's what Brian's been showing. If you look closely on there where my finger's pointing.
Yeah, TCM.
Now
this guy.
This is called the 22 TCM 9R. It's another project that we started a few years ago. Well, if you can notice that it's seated just a bit shorter in this one to this one. And the reason is this is a true 9mm in length. So because of that particular factor, we were able to play around with this idea. The idea is we got a Glock conversion right now. This whole lower is actually a Glock 17. This upper is ours. And so the idea of that true 9mm, the 22 TCM 9R, is that your magazine of the Glock, you don't have to change it. You're using the same magazine, put it in, cycle right through, and you're ready to go. All you gotta do is replace the only upper, and that's it. You're ready to go. This thing will go out at 2,000 feet per second. So it's still gonna be a lot of fun to shoot this guy up this loud. Some of the other projects we do with the 22 TCM 9R is that we have our MAP pistols. This comes in with a 9mm.
Right.
What we found out, it was such an easy fit to put in a 9-barrel, fit it out to a 22 TCM 9R. So now suddenly we have our own polymer version pistol. Something to carry around, lighter weight, not as heavy as a 1911. I love 1911s, don't get me wrong. But of course, carrying a 1911 can be a little heavy on a long day.
Right.
So this one actually will be a lot better for you. This is something that's going to be in the market, very inexpensive and easy and ready to go. Anyway, so some of the other new things, really quickly, we do work a lot on the 22 TCM. We do also have other products. One of the newer products that we have, I'm going to veer off a little bit here, guys, sorry. You remember the Para Ordnance Warthog? So we came up with a Warrior version of a double stack 10mm subcompact. This is going to be a 10-round magazine, and small, easy, light. And if you're a 45 fan, this is something that definitely a must to have in your pocket.
Is it a standard trigger group, or is it an LDA thing like the Warthog?
Like the Warthog, almost like the Warthog. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, I mean,
so it's not
LDA. Sorry, I apologize. It's a double stack single action.
Okay.
Single.
Yeah.
It's still a 1911.
Yeah. Okay.
Another one is going to be our 380 Baby Rock. That's another thing that's a lot of people are happy. It's a 380. It's a miniaturized 1911. It's pretty much it's shrunk down 1911. It's very easy to carry, very light, and it's a sturdy little pistol to have around.
Cool.
Another thing that you want to look out in the market is our 22 Magnum 1911 pistol. Hopefully by the end of the year you're going to have this available. This is actually a 22 Magnum, not a 22 LR. And a 1911 platform. This is a lot of people have been asking, and it's going to be a hot item for later on in the end of the year. So you're asking about the 22 TCM. This is the mid-size 22 TCM.
Get a close-up on that if you can.
Okay, so this is our TAC Ultra MS 22 TCM. Pretty much it's a double stack 17+1 rounds. half on the rails. It's got wider serration on the top, fiber optic front sides, adjustable rear sides, extended beaver tail, skeleton trigger, skeleton hammer, skeleton trigger, and a G10 grip. Very fun, easy to carry, lighter weight, and easy to rack and slide, because it is a 22 TCM and it only needs an 8-pound spring, by the way. You don't need that much. And that is what our midsize would look like for the 22 TCM midsize.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your
you're
time.
welcome, Brian.
Yep. So where can people find you?
We can find us at www.armscor.com. Look at our website, and that website will have all the information you need on our firearms. And most probably, if you need to find a dealer that's nearest you, there's also a dealer locator in there. Type in where you live, and then they'll come up to whatever's nearby you.
And last thing, real quickly, you personally, you like to shoot?
Oh, I love to shoot.
What's your favorite shooting pastime?
So shooting pastime is just pretty much target shooting for me. I'm not a competitor.
Long guns, what?
I'm more of a handgun.
Okay.
I love doing that. I love just the standard 22 TCM. I like shooting that one the best.
And it's your favorite of the whole lineup. Your favorite.
I'm still a big lover of 45s,
okay.
but the 22 TCM has become my next favorite.
Okay.
So definitely.
Anything in the works for silencer or suppressor for the TCM?
Not yet.
I mean, I know that you guys aren't making them, but any partnerships out
We
there?
have already our 45 version on the
Right.
threaded barrel.
Right.
But the problem with the 22 TCM is such a high-speed round.
Right.
That it's the problem for the baffles, and
Okay.
that's what someone's got to come up with the engineering ingenuity to come up with a way to go around this.
All right.
But hopefully one day.
So there's a job for somebody out there.
Sounds good.
Have a good one.
Thank you again, Brian.
Thanks so much.
Nice.